Okay, so honestly, I'm back to recording, and I accidentally alerted into the quick save from this conversation with Heinrich that had the flirt line. And actually, this is kind of a great thing because there's a third option that we never went through. And now in hindsight, I actually really prefer the third option, but I'm not going to go back and re-record / redo like the haunted ship thing and all this other stuff. So, or like, I don't know if our ship's actually haunted, but that's kind of how it feels. So I can show it to you now, which is great. So now if you decide to romance him, you can see what this third option is. So we basically, I just went through it really quick. You can ask him, this isn't about floating imperial law. You're worried about me, aren't you? And he takes a deep breath, immediately releases it, hissing through his teeth. Possibly, yes. To be rogue trader, to be empowered to transgress the limits of imperial law and make decisions that would risk the charges of heresy for anyone else is to put yourself at risk. The interdicts of the God Emperor were created to protect, in part to protect humanity from thousands upon thousands of dangers. I only hope that you don't forget the threat hanging over us all. So we had done these two. And I like that you're worried about me is what we ended up going with, which is a great option. I really liked that. I went back and redid all three of these again after I was done recording the last time. And honestly, I'm glad we went back because I wasn't a huge fan of this one. But this one, you say, I have not forgotten. I just enjoy baiting you too much. Slowly, Heinrich draws close to your face, almost close enough to violate the rules of propriety. So that's how close he's gotten. You have succeeded spectacularly in that. But you haven't considered what happens when I finally had enough of your provocations and I don't know why, but like that feels so much like the two of them. That feels like what this relationship is already based on is like Tess teasing him and Heinrich responding. And I kind of like how like you're seeing this both of them are actually very scary individuals. Like not learn to flirt because they both know how, but like it's a different level of flirting. I feel like Heinrich given his job, Tess given her job, and just who she is, I feel like flirting for them isn't something that would be like you'd see normally. So I like this a lot. And then he's like, reason, blah, blah, blah. So I'm actually really glad I did that so that way you can see how that all went down. So that is that flirt line. So in a future playthrough for me where I probably re-romance Heinrich, because he's already turning out to be so spectacular, of a romance option, that's probably what I go with. I do want to do a Marazai romance run, but that's gotta be an entirely different character. That would be something that like, oh boy, you'd have to be comfortable getting real scary with what your options are, kind of thing, just because like you gonna have to go down roads that, well, I don't think feel normal for this world, will feel more normal for like the way that this universe works, but in, you know, IRL modern day, it would be very just like, oh, you would do that kind of thing. I don't know if, like, I do want to, and I've actually previewed a lot of it on YouTube, and it, like, they did an incredible job given the situation that you would find yourself in, like, to make that romance happen. Did we not? Wait, hold on. I just want to make sure. Yeah, this was the last. Is that really? Hold on. I gotta learn to save more. I really and truly do. I just want to make sure. So yeah, that was definitely the end of what is my yeah, okay, we're going to the Forgotten Twin. I thought I had leveled. Did we get, oh, okay, we did get another level up. Let's do ballistic. What are you at for ballistic right now? 55, and then you're at 55. Oh, you're pretty even. Let's actually perception. Share the spoils. Whenever an ally, the bounty hunter gains half the... Oh, interesting. By a critical hit score by the bounty hunter or their ally gains... Ooh! No, I like that. Or... That's actually a really good one too. I kind of like pierce the armor because that would reduce their armor, but how often do we think we crit? And do we crit enough for that? Scores a critical hit for the first time in a round. They gain. Let's do. I'm debating between pierce the armor and hunting surge. Is whenever an enemy is killed by a critical hit scored by the bounty hunter or their ally, the bounty hunter gains. Yeah. So even if like Abelard or Heinrich or anybody else kills somebody with a crit, then we gain like for 2 rounds. Does this stack though? Like it doesn't say if that actually stacks. Like if Heinrich kills somebody with a crit and then we get this and it lasts for 2 rounds. But the question is then if Abelard also kills somebody with a crit, do I then get that stacked times 2? And then that lasts for 2 rounds? Or does it just like extend it additional 2 rounds? Like that's an interesting question. I'm going to take it. Even though I don't know the answers to my questions, I'm still going to take it. Let's do points of interest and intelligence. Okay. Pascal, what would you like today? For the whenever an assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, assassin gains. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Your perception's at 40 and your agility's at 30. Let's up his agility. Adira. Let's do ballistic on that. So we did hunting surge on Tess. So let's do is it inspiring? Let's do pierce the armor on what is heightened concentration? Oh, actually? Oh no, should I have done that on Tess too? Let's do pierce the armor on Adira to like balance. Should I have done that? That might be like the next one that I do. Okay, so crossfire zone uses on the frontline area, grants allies. Okay, enduring zone, redeployment. All allies in the air. Oh, adjusting front lines. If there are more enemies than allies in the frontline area, all allies in the area gain. Allies, including in the same combat tactics area with the grand strategist, gain. Oh. That one actually use a stratagem on the backline area, grants allies. Wait. Yes. No. Yeah, so this will up her crit because normally Tess is in the backline area and then Tess just got the ability for crits. Like, so I think that's a really, that I think is a good idea. What is your fellowship? 60 and your intelligence is at 30. Oh no, I think we've slacked on your intelligence to up your fellowship a little too much. So Argenta, exploit weakness. When it attacks targets that have their armor reduced by any effect. So that would actually work really well with expose weakness because expose weakness, I believe, reduces their armor. So if you basically have Tessera, Adira, or anybody that has that going first, and then they reduce their armor, then that's a good one. Also, begins combat with 2 stack. Oh, wait. 2 stacks of versatility, though. Critical versatility gains 3% bonus to crit damage for every stack of versatility. Oh. Dependable. I think we're gonna go with critical versatility. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. Who else? Oh gosh, and I know there are 2 more coming and there's so many of us already. Create an opening. A critical hit from one of the assassin's allies. At the start of the assassin's turn, a new opening is created on that enemy, whichever side is close. Oh, interesting. Each use of aim for the opening on the same target reduces the target's dodge and dodge. Oh, this. So then that means I really and truly should be using the aim for the opening, is it? Then, yeah. Because then, now, so that would have helped on the last fight that we didn't actually do well on. Let's do perception. Abelard. Let's give you, so your toughness is at 70, your fellowship is trash. There you go. Taunting opportunity. Whenever a vanguard hits an enemy with an attack of opportunity, that enemy must make a willpower resistance check. On failed test, the vanguard becomes this enemy's priority target. Oh, interesting. Each stack of unyielding beacon additionally increase. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Last one, your ballistic skill. Share the spoils. Critical hit. They gain. I'm gonna give you that. Okay. Good. So now let's go back into the map and see what we can do. So I need to get somewhere. But I want to get here. This is an uncharted, so I need to make that a... Wait, why did that say chart new routes? Whoops, we'll go back in a second. First though, this is space dust. Oh, what is space? We've never done space dust before. Ooh, okay. Trophies, thank you. Begin scan. What do we get? Something good? The ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement is contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. Your augurs detected the framework of 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed and left behind is a city. A ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. Fuel the generators. The city won't need them anymore. Explore the local palace. A lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler's towers over the rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard, but after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. The Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in the secret cache that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Got a ghost sword. Holy, plus numbers, that's not bad. Oh, you need Eldar. So, I don't have anybody for that right now. Order Scout, so Temple District? Oh. Thank you. The Temple District is situated at the heart of the city. The God Emperor's statue, intricately carved from precious crystal, is suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, the expedition members set off to explore the area with renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumbled upon an ancient weapon lying on a pedestal wreathed in sunlight. The expedition brought it back to the ship and told many tales about how the Emperor himself, who had been watching them from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. Okay. Gather as many supplies as possible. Your people flooded the city like a tidal wave, filled with building after building, bunkhouse after bunkhouse, and receded from its quiet streets just as quickly. There were plenty of useful things among their findings, including foodstuffs and weapons, and then drain the generators. It takes several trips to deliver the massive Prometheum storage tanks to your vessel. The crew grimly points out the colony was running out of fuel. Had the life support systems not failed prematurely, the locals still would have perished due to a lack of energy. That was really cool. That was really cool. I really like the way that they're, like, these are like, these different, like, planets and stuff with, like, this kind of, like, lore and stuff. So cool. Alright, let's begin a scan. Oh, okay. Yes. Good? Didn't I not set it up? Oh, yeah. Alright, that was, I thought I had, but... Wait, hold on. Let's just quick save. I feel like I've played enough games that I should just know to continually quick save in situations like these. Okay. A magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of the augur's arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the current magnetic fluctuations in the blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this Emperor-forsaken planet. The rogue traders decided to leave this unwelcoming world. Maybe she'll return. Okay. Maybe the rogue trader will return one day. Apparently, that's not something the rogue trader can, whoops, do right now. She must come back. You hear that, Tessera? Girl, they want you to come back. Chart new routes. Okay, so we had gone to see if we could get this up, but let's go here. Wait, what? Can I not travel? Like, it's green. Oh. Warp travel. I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the machine spirit of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. Since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you allow, I prepared a detailed report. Deliver your report. The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Urak 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. The second incident was noted while traversing the warp. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes, but this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits, enough for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to express extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, rage. This is quite detrimental to a crew morale and performances. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate. I was also told about a conflict between the Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, with no details, you can ask Master Wassarian directly. Things are even worse with Jai. I intercepted a voxcast in which she promised she would, and I quote, end the Cassia if she ever saw her again. If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She's self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you are in a position to talk to her on equal footing and improve the situation for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Okay. Well, I need here. I don't think I need to go, like, right now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why is it every time we go to do something, Tess, everything goes to crap? Lord Captain, I bring dire news. The feud has broken out between the clans. Oh, no. That maintain the Void Shield Array. Those sound very important. And we got fights? Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is you. We're rebelling against me? So soon? So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are already ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. Find the source of the rumors and punish those responsible. I don't want any unnecessary deaths. Lord Captain, as Seneschal would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire void ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I'll convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people returned to their direct duties or replaced. Enforcers sort out the situation before we forfeit the crew wholesale, investigate the rumors, find the culprits, and no violence. Destroy the rebellious clan, find a replacement, pacify the entire Void Shield crew, those who succumbed to the provocations of the unruly are no less guilty. Destroy the rebellious clan, find a replacement. I'll see to it. I don't know if that's the right call. That's the call we're making today. This. I want this. Okay. How do I... If I go in and then I come out again, can I, like, chart new routes? Maybe if I talk to Cassia. So there's Yanis. Like, I don't even have a route over there. And I need one. I guess the question is if we go here. So, hold on. Quick question, though. What are the other places we plan to go? No. Quick save, just in case I'm making a grave and terrible, terrible mistake. Because I imagine I'm going here. I want here. So was I better off getting here and then go? But I feel like I should be able to do this. Wait, what is this? To the flagship. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, Mundus and Kranich. Okay. I just want to see where they are. So, this is my homeworld. And then Kranich. I don't even see it. I don't even think we've charted it. Okay. Good. So, maybe we leave. Whoops. Go to the bridge. Go talk to Cassia. Do all that now. And then afterwards, we'll hopefully be able to scan something and get a route over there. I'm probably trying to jump the gun on this. And that's probably not a good thing. But at the same time, you can't give me this like ghosty ship quest kind of vibe and not want me to follow through. Because like I was hearing stuff on my ship. I was seeing stuff on my ship. Nobody else was seeing or hearing it. I have questions that need answers right now. Where is Cassia? There. Okay. Do you want to talk?
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
I've heard rumors that you're not getting along with the crew. Panic flashes. Oh my goodness! Ruby Eyes, your heart starts beating a little faster while your hands go cold.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Let's go to my study then.
Then lead the way, and I will answer all of your questions.
Okay. Time to get some questions answered. What is it you want to talk about, Lord Captain? I have nothing to say to your unfounded accusations about my conflicts with the crew. I cannot recall my having a single quarrel with any of the people during my entire time aboard. The messenger you rebuked butchered his own family and killed himself. I haven't rebuked a single errand boy on the ship. She ponders for this for a moment. Aha! I think I remember. A kind young man with a shy smile, skillful fingers with too much rotten ochre on his shoulders. I grew tired of the disgusting color and advised him to lighten his burden by casting the weight off his shoulders. He did not come to me the next day or ever again. The officers are reluctant to be quartered next to your chambers. Some of the constant emotional outbursts because of the constant emotional outbursts it caused them. Some even maim themselves and others. I already told you I cannot control my abilities. What else do you want from me? I'll be assigned a pariah chaperone? Or will you put me in suppressing shackles? Would you mind telling me what you needed 100 species of birds for? Admittedly, I am at a loss myself. The day we arrived on Footfall, I sent a request to the ship's quartermaster and asked him to get me a songbird. He never asked for clarification, and shortly before we left, I had countless number of cages delivered to me, all wrapped in brightly red panic with flickering tints of fear. There was a bird in every one. I was so excited I thought I would have 100 friends instead of just one. They were squeaking so piously, and I let the poor things out. I even fed them my breakfast and dinner. Stupid birds wouldn't stop chittering, not even after bedtime. They were dashing about the room, smacking me in the face with their wings, and defecating. It's so funny. I know it's not funny because, like, she's never experienced this before, but, like, it's just, she has no concept of, like, if you let a bird out of its cage, it needs to be fed. It's going to make noise whenever it wants. It's going to use the toilet wherever it sees fit, kind of thing. And like the fact that it's just, this is so good. This is so funny. I became angry, suddenly started pecking at each other's eyes and attacking me. Then I became afraid and they fell over dead. I do not think I want to keep any pets anymore. Probably for the best. During the warp voyage, you gave the wrong order, which led to the vessel shifting off course and the service bay being destroyed. I saw something in the warp, something vast, predatory, shimmering with indescribable colors. It came from nowhere and stared at the ship with hundreds of hungry eyes. Right there in our path, I decided to change the course while it was still possible, but did not want to sow panic. Would it have been better to tell the crew we were heading straight into a monstrous gaping maw? Will you share your thoughts with me? You have a kind soul, but have difficulty reaching out to people. I could teach you the art of communication if you'd like. You've done terrible things. No, I think that. I like this one. That would be wonderful. My education on Yurak 5 was cut short, but I had realized by then that the wisdom of books is a poor substitute for the wisdom of experience. Very well. Since we're done with this misunderstanding, I'd like to change the subject. It would only be fair for me to ask you a few questions now, wouldn't it? Cassia hesitates and continues in a less confident voice. Do not mistake me. I am not going to accuse you of anything. It's just that you are the most worthy interlocutor on the entire ship, and you are always so busy. What would you like to ask? I read treatise by Perisis de Mobius very recently, who claimed that subjects would never believe their new ruler was better than the old one unless the old one had been a tyrant. No matter the circumstances, the lowborn rabble become deluded about their prospects and the rebel in favor of their base desires. What do you make of that? Your interpretation is not entirely correct. If subjects have grown accustomed to the ruling house, all the sovereign must do is refrain from breaching long-standing tradition. Adjust unwanted laws as gradually as you would shift the bed of a flooded river, and no one will ever take your power from you. Or, on the contrary, the loyalty of subjects can be bought at... No, I like the Imperium lore. She thinks for a moment and then smiles. Indeed, I was not wrong about your merits or your ability to hold a conversation. I hope my second question does not confound you either. According to the 20 tomes penned by the preacher Oistak Istefan, the forgotten, mercy and cruelty go through the world hand in hand, but people flock only to one hand of the scales. Would you rather inspire fear in your followers or be magnanimous and choose awe? Let's see. I just want to see what 35, 40. Apparently I can have 70. So fellowship, one must be a tyrant, a friend, and a jester to one's subjects. What matters is that to clearly discern which roles require. Oh! Actually, I do really like that. Actually, I think... So, I'm not afraid of acquiring a reputation for ruthlessness. I would rather crush a rebellion than condone one. Is that not the greater mercy in the end? I will exercise restraint and lenience in my actions. Excessive suspicion and mistrust harden the heart. No, I like the fellowship. Succeeded, yes. There's so much power in your words, power that makes me want to join you. I understand now why your subjects are eager to follow. It's actually very true, though. Like, and I think Tess is kind of taking this on as far as, like, being a leader. You have to know, and, like, you have to be able to be a tyrant, a friend, a jester, and everything in the middle. The most important part, though, is knowing when each of those roles is going to be required and then to utilize them and not utilize them too much. Be a tyrant too often, be a friend too often, be a jester too often, and your people are never either going to respect you or want to follow you or anything like that. So knowing what role is required and for how long is really and truly the hallmark of a good leader. And I like it that they give Tess that option, or like your character rather, that option to voice that, because that is really and truly, I think, what will set Tess apart from other rogue traders down the road. I admit I was afraid we were too different, and yet you helped me realize that I can be candid with you. Please continue. I must confess that sometimes I can hardly bear the burden of the house has placed upon me. I feel I am not doing my best. Tell me how you, heir to a protectorate, can bear the responsibility for billions of lives day after day and not stoop under the weight. That's actually a really good question. And like that, I like that we're thinking through this stuff. Like, so from an RP perspective, right? These are things that you would probably want to think about for your character, especially in the context of being a rogue trader, stuff like that. But it's not something that like you might actively think about when building like their character sheet and stuff like that. So I like it that we're getting these questions, things to ponder about them, to like build up who they are and continue the story through a conversation with somebody who's trying to understand these concepts and where we're coming from. So it's a really good like a storyline, but B, also a way to kind of just RP your character and get into their headspace a little more. So the options are, it's not always easy. I tried to lead the dynasty towards prosperity by worthy means. It's my duty whether I like it or not. Or this inner turmoil is clouding your mind. My protectorate, my subjects, my title are mere resources. No, it's not always easy, but I try to lead the dynasty towards prosperity by worthy means. Thank you for your patience, Tessera. You're helping me to see the world in different colors. A novel experience for me. Our conversations hold a special place in my heart. Allow me to bid you farewell for now. I'm heading back to my chambers to consider today's conversations. Really good conversation. Wow, that was really good.